All right, we're gonna try this again. We tried it a little earlier. Things went bad, but the phone kept overheating for some reason. I'm having such a hard time with this phone overheating now. I just don't understand it. But anyway, so I'm just doing kind of an update, kind of think what's going on. But things have been, like I said, things are going to be tight, really, really tight for the next 2 or 3 weeks until she starts getting money in. And once we get to Santa Fe, which we're leaving for on Friday, after she gets out of her training at 3, we're going to go straight to Santa Fe. Right now, our biggest issues and struggles are trying to find money for food, and this thing's a beast on fuel, so we got to stay warm. We don't have a heater in here yet, and it's gonna, the next few nights are going to get pretty cold. It's going to get down to 18 degrees. We have a little mattress, but it's hard to see back there because we have the van's kind of destroyed, but we don't really have this set up for living just yet. We have a mattress, air mattress back there, but it didn't work the very first time we got it. Things have been, they are what they are. We came out here on a whim, and we're not giving up, and everything's going to be great. If anybody can, wishes to support our adventure and everything we've been doing, scrolling below you is all my links, and also in the description. We have Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal. Anything is appreciated. It helps us just survive and get through all this stuff. But there's not a whole lot I can do at Albuquerque right now. One, we don't have fuel to drive anywhere, so all the sites or whatever around here, it's and Albuquerque is not exactly the safest place, so we got to be real careful where we go. So we're right now, driving as little bit as possible. So we haven't been able to, make any good videos yet. But we're going to be working on that soon, and everything's going to, start slowly kicking up. But all we can do is try. And like I said, I appreciate everybody who's tuned in. They help me with my watch hours. We're at like 12. We're at 12, a little over 12. We're almost at 1,200 right now. So we have another 1,800 to go till we can get monetized. I'm hoping before we go to be able to get to the sunset video, but it depends on how much fuel we have. I've really got to conserve it. Like I said, it's going to be getting really cold. Witness did donate $15 yesterday when we were able to get some Salisbury steaks and some mashed potatoes from Walmart, and that was a good little dinner, so I appreciate that, Witness. And we've had, he's also helped with fuel, and we've also had Kitten who's helped out recently, and a few others. Right now our funds are pretty much depleted. Everything's so expensive, it's just horrible. You should be able to, be able to live off, like $60 a week or whatever. Now it's just stupid. But I did get my W-2s, so I have those on hand, so that's going to be handy for once we start getting, tax season going on. That's going to get me a big chunk of change in hers too as well, so that'll help. Plus she should start getting paid in the next, like I said, about 3 weeks, and then as soon as we get to Santa Fe, I'm going to start advertising for my stuff. I got my pressure washer back there, I got my paint and stuff, so and being a type 1 diabetic, food is kind of a necessity with me. I'm supposed to eat a lot more than I've been eating. We've been trying to stick to one meal right now, but it's still a good choice of where we went. It's just going to be these 3 weeks we've got to get by. So if anybody can help out, we really appreciate it, and I appreciate everybody regardless. It's been an amazing community. You guys have been amazing. We're going to be still covering the protests. We're going to be doing adventures, but that just takes money to do. So we're, fundraising so we can survive and start all that. I appreciate everybody regardless. You guys have been a great community to me. You guys have been amazing. Hey Kitten, what's up? I just mentioned you, and we appreciate your donation the other day. That really helped us out a little bit. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be getting down to cold. We have this little cold front coming through, so Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night it's gonna be bitter cold. Then we warm back up. We're getting down to like 18 degrees or something like that, so it's gonna be a little uncomfortable in the van without heat. And unfortunately, this thing, the biggest part that really stinks with this is I don't have a fuel gauge. So I don't know how much fuel we have in here. So I try to do it by math, but when we're idling, I can't really, I can't determine how much we're using. So we're going to try to come up with some fuel money and food money for today, but we're going to work on that. I did cover the January 6th yesterday. That was pretty fun. I know Saturday is going to be a big event and a protest, which we are going to cover that as well. There's not much going on at the ice facility right now, so we're not going to be doing that. As soon as I get funding and fuel in here, we're going to start a lot of our adventures and stuff like that, but it's really hard to do when you don't know how much gas you get. But things are going to slowly kick up. Things are going to get better. We just went 2,400 miles, and that was a big step itself. Yeah, I think everybody's, we're going to get some rain tonight, actually, which is much needed because my van is covered in salt from being up north. So that's going to wash a lot of that away. So it's going to be a free shower for the van. Our biggest worry is, trying to stay warm for these next few days because it's going to get really cold, and we don't have a heater in the van, so we got to run the van, but at the same time we can't run the van for too long because we don't know how much fuel's in here. The only way to know is if I could fill it up, and then I can know I can have a little while, but I just haven't been able to fill it up yet. We did put 40 in it, but that didn't fill it up, and then of course idling it at night a little bit here and there to stay warm. I've got to figure out why my phone keeps getting so hot. I don't know why it's doing that lately. I'm hoping my phone's not dying. But there's a park right, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I will show you. There's a park right over there by those mountains, and I would really, really like to get some footage over there. So I think I might work on that tonight, or tomorrow probably, or before or last day. I don't know, depending on when it is. The biggest thing is driving this thing around, but I can probably walk over there. But it's like it says it's right there, but it says it's like an hour walk. And with not having food and my diabetes and all that, I gotta be careful, so walking just drops me like crazy, so and I don't really have anything to back that up with yet. But we're gonna get there slowly, and I appreciate, like I said, we appreciate everybody who has helped and supported. We are doing our fundraiser still just to get us back through these next 3 weeks, and so hopefully we can start doing some adventures together. The van, I would eventually like to outfit it for living better. If you guys can see it, don't mind the mess because we were looking for some stuff. It's not outfitted for living yet at all. We don't have a bed set up. We don't have a whole lot of anything set up really yet, but we're going to get there, and it's going to be good. But unfortunately, all of that takes money, and it's been real tight lately. But I'm just happy we're here. That part's done. I'm happy the driving's over. It was a beautiful trip. We've seen some amazing things, but I'd really like to start getting to going. So anybody who can help support, my links are scrolling below, and they're also in the description of this video. And anything is appreciated but not expected. But we just want to survive these next 2 or 3 weeks and start making money so we can, create better content, and hopefully soon I'll be monetized. We still need quite a few hours. I am going to upload this into a regular video too, so, the lives are harder to see, for people. They don't get as many notifications, so I'll put this as a regular video as well. I appreciate everybody. My phone's getting really hot again, so I'm probably going to end the live. She's in training till 3. I've got to figure out exactly what to do till then. I wish I could walk all the way over to the park over there, but it's not just like the park entrance is not just straight over. It's that way and to the left about like 3 or 4 miles. And with the sugar dropping and all that, I can't really risk that. So it's been a pain in the butt. But once we get fuel and all that stuff, and fed, and we get to figure all that stuff out, we'll be able to start doing a whole lot more things. So once again, if you guys can, donate to the links below. I appreciate everybody, and we will be back later. And I'm gonna still post some more videos we have of protests and things going on in the meanwhile, my shorts, to keep guys, just to keep content coming in. So I appreciate everybody, and hopefully everybody has a great day. And end.